Have you ever stopped to wonder, what if your future self is watching you right now? It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? Imagine the version of you that's shaped by all your experiences, choices, and growth observing this very moment. It's a perspective that challenges us to think about how our actions today ripple through time, create the person we'll become tomorrow. Here's the thing. Time isn't just a straight line moving from past to future. It's more like a tapestry, where every moment, past, present, and future, is intricately woven together. Each decision we make, every experience we have, adds another thread to the fabric of who we are. And by recognizing this connection, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness. This awareness invites us to pause and reflect. Are the choices we're making today in line with the person we want to become? Are we living authentically? Are we nurturing the future we aspire to create? Understanding our perception of self across time isn't just an abstract exercise. It's a powerful tool for living a more intentional life. By contemplating these questions, we can start making decisions that align with our values and aspirations, paving the way for a richer, more fulfilling future. So, let's dive into this thought-provoking concept and discover how your future self, yes, the wiser, more experienced version of you, can guide your actions in the present. Time. It's a concept that's fascinated philosophers for centuries. Most of us think of it as a straight line, a constant march from past to present to future. But here's the catch. This linear view of time can shape how we see ourselves and live our lives, often in ways we don't even realize. When we view time as a rigid sequence, it's easy to feel pressured by societal expectations, like we're constantly racing against the clock to meet certain milestones. In this rush, we can lose sight of the beauty in the present moment, treating life as a checklist instead of an experience. Philosophers like Heidegger and Bergson had some fascinating ideas that challenge this perspective. Heidegger argued that our very existence is defined by our relationship with time. He believed that by truly understanding our connection to time, we could live more authentically, being fully present and aware of how fleeting life truly is. Bergson, on the other hand, flipped the script entirely. He introduced the idea of duration, time as a fluid, dynamic process, rather than something that can be measured in hours and minutes. To him, the true essence of time isn't about counting seconds. It's about experiencing it, feeling it, and living it. So here's the question. How do you perceive time? Are you confined to a rigid framework, constantly looking ahead or behind? Or can you embrace a more flexible, experiential approach, one that lets you savor the present while still being mindful of the bigger picture? By questioning our understanding of time, we can unlock a deeper sense of self-awareness and live more fully in the moment. And maybe, just maybe, we can let go of the race and start appreciating the journey. Let's talk about self-awareness and identity, two concepts that are deeply connected to how we perceive time. Think about it. Who you are today is a reflection of everything you've been through. Every moment, every challenge, every lesson you've learned has contributed to shaping your current identity. It's like a mosaic, with each experience adding another piece to the bigger picture of you. And by taking the time to reflect on your past, you can uncover valuable insights, your strengths, your weaknesses, and the patterns that define how you navigate the world. But it's not just about looking back. Our future aspirations play an equally powerful role in shaping our present. The goals we set and the dreams we chase act as our guiding stars, steering our decisions and actions. When you envision the person you want to become, you start making choices that align with that vision. And that forward-thinking approach, it gives your life purpose and direction. Now here's something to think about. What past experiences have shaped you? How do your future aspirations influence the choices you make every day? Reflecting on these questions isn't just an exercise in self-awareness. It's a way to better understand yourself and create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. So, as we explore these concepts together, take a moment to look at your own journey. By understanding the connection between your past, present, and future, you can navigate your path with intention and become the person you've always aspired to be. Let's dive into the fascinating idea of the future self, a concept that can profoundly shape the way we live our lives. Imagine this, the person you aspire to become, the version of you who has achieved your dreams, embodies your values, and lived through incredible experiences. Envisioning this future self creates a mental roadmap that guides your actions today. It's like having a personal compass, helping you align your current behaviors with your long-term goals. Here's the science behind it. Psychological studies reveal that people who actively engage with the concept of their future selves tend to make healthier, smarter choices, whether it's investing in education, prioritizing health, or nurturing meaningful relationships. This sense of connection to our future selves inspires greater self-control and focus. Why does it work? Because vividly imagining your future self bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. It turns abstract goals into something tangible, something real, and that's incredibly motivating. So, take a moment, close your eyes, and picture your future self. What does that person look like? What have they achieved? What values do they stand by? By creating a clear, detailed vision of your future self, you give yourself a powerful tool to stay inspired and take meaningful steps today. Because every choice you make, no matter how small, brings you closer to that vision. So, what's your next step toward becoming the person you aspire to be? Perception. It's the lens through which we view the world, shaping not only our understanding of reality, but also our relationship with time. But here's the thing, perception is inherently subjective. It's influenced by our experiences, beliefs, and emotions. That means two people can witness the exact same event and interpret it in completely different ways. And those interpretations, they don't just shape how we see the world, they shape how we see ourselves. The way we perceive our experiences can either empower us to grow or hold us back, reinforcing limitations and fears. Our self-concept, the choices we make, and even our sense of time are deeply tied to how we process and interpret the world around us. Cognitive psychology sheds light on how this works. Concepts like cognitive biases and mental frameworks reveal how our brains filter information. Often, we see what we expect to see rather than what's actually there. These biases can distort our sense of time, making some moments feel disproportionately significant, or even warping our understanding of what really happened. So here's a question for you. How much of your reality is shaped by perception rather than fact? Are there beliefs or assumptions you've been holding on to that might be limiting your understanding of yourself or the world? Challenging our perceptions isn't always easy, but it's essential if we want to grow. By questioning the way we see things, we open ourselves to new perspectives and experiences, and in doing so, we gain a deeper, richer understanding, not just of the world, but of who we are. So what beliefs might you be ready to challenge today? Now that we've explored self-awareness, the concept of the future self, and the power of perception, let's talk about how to apply these ideas in daily life. Because knowledge is only transformative when we put it into action. First up, mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to enhance self-awareness. This doesn't have to mean hours of meditation. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, observe your thoughts, or focus on your breathing. These small moments of mindfulness help you tune in to your inner self, making it easier to spot patterns in your behavior and emotions. And when you recognize those patterns, you can start making meaningful changes. Next, let's talk about future self-visualization. Picture the person you want to become. What does that version of you look like? What goals have they achieved? Now, identify the steps it would take to get there. Break those steps into manageable tasks and tackle them one at a time. Regularly checking your progress keeps you motivated and ensures your actions today align with your long-term aspirations. And finally, let's not forget the power of reflection. Set aside time each week to think about your experiences, decisions, and feelings. Journaling can be especially helpful here. It's like having a conversation with yourself. Over time, you'll start to see your growth, track your progress, and uncover valuable insights about your journey. By incorporating these practices, mindfulness, goal setting, and reflection, into your daily routine, you'll not only deepen your understanding of yourself, but also create a life that feels intentional and fulfilling. So, which of these practices will you start today? Today, we've uncovered the fascinating connection between time, self-awareness, and identity, how our past shapes who we are, and how our future selves guide us to make intentional choices in the present. By embracing these concepts, you hold the power to craft a life filled with purpose and meaning. But here's the real question. How does the way we experience time influence the reality we create? If this idea intrigues you, then you'll love our previous video, Time Travelers Don't Exist, But We All Are. It's the perfect continuation of this journey, exploring how time shapes our personal narratives and the existential mysteries behind it all. So, before you move on, take a moment to dive deeper. Hit that like button, subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and share this video with someone who'd enjoy these ideas. Then, head over to watch Time Travelers Don't Exist, But We All Are to explore the profound ways time impacts how we live and grow. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep reflecting, Keep envisioning and keep shaping your story. See you in the next one.